The annual blooming of cherry blossoms is a major event of Japan travel, and it is also difficult to choose the best places to watch. This article selects the most distinctive cherry blossom viewing spots, including Moka Railway with steam train as the background, historical city Himeji Castle, Japanese Ionic Mt.Fuji, and the top 3 best Sakura spots that the Mt.Yoshino at Nara, the Takato Joshi Park at Nagano and the Hirosaki Park at Aomori. That is wonderful, beautiful, and amazing, so please watch to the end. One of the most beautiful places in Japan is definitely Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji is the highest mountain in Japan and one of Japan's iconic landmarks. If you want a representative place to enjoy cherry blossoms, then Mount Fuji must be included. The north bank of the Lake Kawaguchi is definitely the first choice, especially during the cherry blossom season in mid-April, which is an incredible sight. Lake Kawaguchi has the longest shoreline, and because of its early development, the convenient transportation and the perfect attraction of construction have attracted many tourists to visit, making Lake Kawaguchi the most famous landmark for pilgrimage to Mount Fuji in Japan. Other famous cherry blossom viewing locations such as Kurito Pagoda, Shizuoka-Takado Bridge, Ashino Hakai, etc. are not far from Lake Kawaguchi, so you can drop by to visit them. The cherry blossoms full of Mt.Yoshino in Nara, together with Takato Castle Park in Nagano and Hirosaki Castle Park in Aomori, are the 3 famous cherry blossom viewing spots in Japan. The scenery is so unforgettable that you should never miss it. Mt.Yoshino has a vast area, and it takes a full day to see it all. Although it is hard to hike all the way, it is the more and more expansive view of the pink cherry blossoms. Mt.Yoshino also has a number of historical sites listed as World Heritage. There are now 200 species of 30,000 cherry trees on the mountain. The whole mountain is divided into Shimasenban, Nakasen, Kami, and Okasen, with different flowering periods. It can be as long as 1 month, and you can investigate the area before you leave, and then use the cable car or sightseeing bus on the mountain, which will be more efficient in viewing. Although Mt.Yoshino is a mountain, there are no difficult mountain path. There are prosperous shops and restaurants along the road. The more difficult one is the sloping road from Kintetsu Yoshino Station to Shimosenmato, but visitors can choose to walk up, or choose the cable car, and during the cherry blossom season, they can take the shuttle bus directly to Nakasen that save a lot of time for hiking. In addition to the beautiful scenery of 10,000 cherry blossoms in spring, Mt.Yoshino also has hydrangea in full bloom in summer. It is also a famous place for viewing maple in autumn and snow in winter. With different festivals, visitors are endless. It is also a famous Buddhist places. The cherry blossoms in Takato Joshi Park can be called the best cherry blossoms in the world because of its special history. The site of Takato Castle is the site of the remains of Takato Castle, the city of samurai. It is estimated that Takato Castle was built around the 14th century, but the exact year is still unknown. During the Japanese Warring States period, 16th century, this was the castle of the ruler of Yamanashi Prefecture, Takeda Shinjin. But in 1582, the Oda clan launched a fierce attack on this place and successfully captured the castle. The history of this castle has thus become magnificent. After the end of the Edo period, Japan embarked on the development path of a modern country. With the flood of history, Jeyuan City was abandoned in 1872. Most of the palaces, gates, and other buildings in the city, as well as garden stones and trees and other decorations have flowed into the people, and now there is no trace of it. Sakura no Horse Farm is the horse farm under Takato Castle, where the samurai trained their horses during the Edo period. In 1876, the local samurai excavated many cherry trees from the Sakura no horse farm and transplanted them into the park. These transplanted cherry trees have become the source of cherry blossoms in the current Takato Castle Park. There are now more than 1,500 cherry trees around the city site, of which 20 are old trees over 140 years old and 500 are old trees over 50 years old. In addition, the cherry blossoms in Takato Castle Park are characterized by small flowers and red colors. The dragon-like trunk, winding and circling, is an inherent species, named Takato Kohigan cherry blossom. In 1960, the Takato Kohigan cherry blossom forest was designated as a natural monument of Nagano Prefecture. It is said to be the largest cherry blossom in Japan's Hirosaki Park. It is said to have been planted in the castle by 25 cherry trees including Kazumi Sakura brought back from Kyoto by Tsugaru domain in 1715. After entering the Taisho era, it gradually became a magnificent scale full of cherry blossom trees. The cherry blossoms in Aomori Prefecture begin to bloom at the end of April. In addition to the main Mt.Yoshino Sakura, there are approximately 2,600 cherry trees in Hirosaki Park, including weeping and double cherry blossoms. It is a well-known cherry blossom viewing spot in Japan. All visitors were amazed by the cherry blossoms in Hirosaki Park. The cherry blossoms in Hirosaki Park are full of various charms, whether it's the cherry blossom buds lightly on the water or the gorgeous cherry blossoms next to historical buildings such as the Castle Tower in the Tsugaru period. Although the cherry blossoms of Hirosaki Castle look beautiful during the day, they will show a dreamlike beauty after lighting up at night. Under the light, the cherry blossoms are reflected on the water of the moat at night, creating a uniquely beautiful scene. Moka Railway is a local train with a total length of 41.9 kilometers that connects Shitadate Station in Ibaraki Prefecture to Magi Station in Tokaji Prefecture. On Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays, there is a SL, steam train, that only goes back and forth once a day, which you can enjoy the steam train, the pink cherry blossom trail and the golden yellow rapeseed flower field limited in spring at the same time. Those who are interested can also be very satisfied with the recommended spots. The cherry blossom wall and rape flower field have been extended from the Kitamoka station to the neighboring Nishide station. Moka City is a quiet town, and it is full of cherry blossoms. Walking from Kitamoka Station to Nakano-Juku Park is an ideal location for shooting cherry blossoms. If you already hate the cherry blossom park full of people, you must fall in love with it. Himeji Castle, located in Hyogo Prefecture, Kansai Prefecture, is one of the most representative historical Japanese castles. It is also called Egret Castle because of its snow-white exterior walls. It was the first building in Japan to be listed as a World Cultural Heritage, and it was awarded the highest rating of Japan's #1 city. Himeji Castle was first built in 1333 and expanded until it reached its current size in 1617. It was once the residence of Toyotomi Hideyoshi. Himeji Castle is beautiful in all year, attracting many tourists and flower viewers during the annual cherry blossom season, enjoying the beautiful scenery of the blue sky, white castle, and pink cherry blossoms. Every year from the end of March to mid-April, the cherry trees surrounding Himeji Castle are in full bloom, turning this well-known ancient city into one of the best cherry blossoms in Japan. There are more than 1,000 cherry blossom trees in Himeji Castle. When the cherry blossoms are in full bloom, the white exterior wall seems to be suspended in a sea of pink flowers. You can already watch the blooming cherry blossoms on the city wall, but if you enter the city to watch it, it is another feeling. If you want to avoid the crowds, please arrive before noon. Kawazu is the birthplace of the earliest cherry blossom Kawazu Sakura, in Japan. The Kawazu Sakura festival will kick off on beginning of February until March every year. Kawazu's sakura is characterized by its large pink flowers and a long flowering period. It is the first cherry blossom in Honshu, Japan, so it is very famous. There are a total of 8,000 Kawajan sakura trees planted in the Heijin area, and the main cherry blossom viewing spot extends from the station to the cherry blossom tunnel on the banks of the Heijin River. Among them, along the Kawaji Sakura Namaki Road by the Kawajan River, there is a 4 km long pink tunnel formed by nearly 850 Kawaji sakura trees. It is in harmony with the blooming rapeseed flowers on the riverside. It is like a colorful and moving scene with the blue sky and white clouds, like a feast of colors.